according to the scriptures, we all have a common ancestry, not only in Adam and Eve, but also with Noah and his family. Okay.
All right, then now you're putting it on a different level, a common ancestry. But then how, in God's name, could all of those races evolve out of the same?
By
and you're not talking about God now. Now you're talking about man.
By spreading out.
What it wouldn't matter.
Going
you spread out now. You can go right now and live in China. I guarantee your eyes will not slant.
But you can't do it in your But you can't do it in your lifetime, Douglas.
You won't do it in 100 lifetimes.
How do you know that?
Corky.
How do you know that?
Then all right.
Were you here 6,000 years ago?
No.
Well, then how do you know it couldn't happen in 6,000 years?
But I'm sure that there are people who can trace back as far as they can go back, and I'm telling you that would not make up for it. Not genetically.
Let me ask you another related question. If we believe strictly, literally, according to the creation account in the scriptures...
And I don't.
Oh, okay, well, you don't. But how can we account for the radioactive dating of certain remains of human beings millions of years old, when according to the scriptures, time doesn't go back that far?
That was my point. That is what I've been trying to tell you, that the Bible started
6,000 years ago.
Okay, but wait a minute.
But that didn't mean that life started there.
Well, if you guys will give me a chance, you guys are worse than me. My wife is always accusing me of
the Bible is not as old as life.
Yeah, but we're not saying that.
He's my man.
We're not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying there wasn't life before Adam and Eve.
Listen, wait a minute. Give me a chance. I don't want to lose this thought what Douglas just said, you see. Well, listen, Douglas.
Go ahead.
I tried to tell you a moment ago that what I believe is this, that there's no conflict between science and their, what you call it, your radio?
Science?
The radio...
radioactive...
active... the way they test bones and whatnot, and they say it goes back 1,000,000 years. To me, I see no conflict because we start 6,000 years ago. Now I'm going to tell you the reason why. The reason why I don't see any conflict there, because I believe that, because I believe this, that when I read Genesis 1, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He did that in the beginning. But when he started Adam and Eve, it could have been 15 billion years from the time when he first created the heavens and the earth.
Yeah, but what about man?
He didn't put man here right there.
All right, but then how do you account for the fact that man was before Adam and Eve?
Well, I can account for that too.
The way I account for it goes back to where I said,
wait a
minute. What makes you think that there wasn't a book before that one, and a book before that one, and a book before that one?
He said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
In the beginning for what?
Right, okay. Now, when he starts talking about Adam and Eve, that could, like what he's saying, that could have been 15 billion years later. You understand what I'm saying? Now, wait a minute. In between the time he created the heavens and the earth, the caveman could have been here. The dinosaurs could have been here. All of that could have been here.
Where did cavemen could have been here?
Right. All that could have happened from the time he said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
See, now you're doing what you said you hate. You're taking the part of the Bible that fits the purpose and using it, and you're not taking the other part. Because then if you go into the story, he was talking about how he was not satisfied, and it was not perfect. Yeah. And he did. No, well, wait a minute.
But see, you're reading all of that together.
Well, I'm not reading that at all. You're negating the whole thing that I said. I said, my thing is that if you look at it, that we were put here as one, and I still believe it, that we were put here as one gigantic experiment to see how they survive. Right here. And I'm talking about, see, I'm not just talking about the biblical creation. I'm talking about what happens afterward, after death, what happens probably before it. And I still think that it's possible, and it's naive of us to think that we are the biggest and the greatest things going in this solar system. Well, Douglas, I think that is ludicrous.
Okay, Douglas, wait a minute. I heard
purely ludicrous.
Wait a minute, Douglas. You said ludicrous one time. Okay, now wait a minute. Brother Burry said just a while ago he believes that maybe people on other planets or someplace.
If you believe
but
that
wait
there
a
may
minute,
be people
Douglas,
on
wait a
other
minute,
planets, then you have got to, by the same
Wait a
logic,
minute.
believe that there could have been people
Douglas,
on the
wait a-
planets that are within this
Douglas,
solar
would you
system.
please give me a chance to just
Right.
finish my
Douglas,
It
point?
doesn't have to be, but I mean, it's as logical as the other one, right?
Douglas, wait, give me a chance to finish my point. He said that, but they did not have to be in the form that we are, the people like we are, okay?
I buy that.
Well, okay, but just wait a minute now. Okay, now let's look at it this way. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And I said, in between the time he created Adam and Eve in his likeness, it could have been other people here, but not like we are today.
But that does not go against what I am saying.
I
I said
those people
there
could
has
have-
to be
and those-
somebody
and those
indigenous to this planet.
and those
but it
people could
doesn't
have been
have to
created
be
by
all
men.
of us. True? Is that not true? Is that not possible? Is that
I
not
don't know.
possible?
I don't know.
If you can believe that he created Adam and Eve and there was a Joan and a Jim before Adam and Eve, then why can you not believe that maybe Adam and Eve were the species of man or the race that was indigenous to this planet, but Jim and Joan did not necessarily have to be? If you can believe that God created other beings, all right, before Adam and Eve,
But I
then
believe-
you can also, by the same
But I
logic,
believe they died.
that is
I believe
quite
they- I believe they
possible.
were- I believe
I
they were
am
des-
saying that they
I believe
did.
they were
I'm just
destroyed.
simply saying that you're dealing on a level of earth, and I'm saying just take it one step beyond that and think that if we are trying now to destroy continents, planets, cities, and countries, what makes you think that this same species of idiot didn't try to destroy planets? If Russia was on Mars and China was on Pluto, they would be doing exactly what they're doing on this ball, which would make more sense for them to do it that way, because where they are doing now, it's self-destruction. But they do it. And they cannot say, today we will not fight. Not most places on this planet. And I'm saying that I do not believe that we could have all originated off this same ball. I think that...
Well, wait a minute, hold on a minute. But then
It's the same logic that you're using.
Okay, using the logic...
You're saying 1 and 1 is
Okay,
2,
wait a minute,
but
Douglas.
sometimes it can be
Okay, Douglas,
4.
look at using this type of logic that you're using. Okay, now wait now, just listen. Don't interrupt me.
I'm not going to say a word.
Before I finish. Since we are all here, and you made the point just a moment ago, that white could marry black,
Yeah.
and Chinaman could marry Englishman or etc. Okay?
Right.
Okay, now if you're using this concept that out on Pluto, Mars, and Saturn, wherever they were, you had Russians, you had Japanese on one and someone else on the other, and they were all trying to destroy each other. So they're placed here now, and they're doing the same thing. The only difference here now, according to what you're saying, is this. The whole earth has been inbred. Everyone,
It hasn't. It hasn't. I didn't say that.
Wait a minute, listen to me.
What he's saying, I said something I didn't say.
You don't let him finish his say. Let him
I'm saying that. I'm saying that.
Okay.
He said it.
I'm saying, you don't give me a chance to finish.
I did say, you said I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying that now.
Okay,
So what I'm saying is this. He may have a little Russian in him going way back somewhere.
See, I didn't say that.
I'm saying that.
He's saying
I'm
that.
saying this.
I'm saying he
But
could have...
I'm saying it, but give me a chance to finish my point.
Say it. Please.
All right.
See? There's a little Russian in him going way back. Maybe a little Japanese in him going way back. Some Indian in him, I'm sure, going a little way back. Okay? And her to be a little Irishman going a long way back.
But that's ethnic. That's not race.
And Brother Burry, right? But wait a minute, now listen to what I'm saying to you now. The races the races have become mongrelized
In
throughout the
some
whole earth.
senses.
Throughout the whole earth. So what I'm saying
You ever
is
seen a bear mate with a lion?
all these people that came from all these people that came from these different planets that, as you said, have intermarried and everything.
I didn't say
So
that.
now, that's what you said. Say.
That is not what I
He
said.
didn't
Didn't he say?
Listen to what I'm
Then he
saying.
said that the man on the Russians were on Pluto,
No.
the Japanese were on Saturn,
He said
and they
if.
were fighting
No.
each other. Huh?
What he said was they were on those planets destroying, and the planets got destroyed, and they ended up here. and they.
All right, look at it. Okay.
The only loose string.
Explain what I'm
The only
saying.
loose string
I
is
can tell you what I said.
What happened to the technology? That's the only
Got
loose.
lost.
What got lost? I mean, how did it just
Corky,
get
don't you
lost?
lose things?
It can get
Don't you lose-
destroyed.
Corky,
You can't
Corky.
lose something that's
Yes,
in your
you
mind.
can. Let me show you how you can lose it. Let me show you how you can lose it. Tell me the names of 5 of your grandmothers back through the line. Tell them to me.
He never knew him.
Then it got lost, didn't it? But you aren't the one that
Somewhere
lost
in
it.
history
But
it got
somebody lost it, Buster, because he could not be here if they weren't, unless he is an immaculate conception. He is here.
Well,
So that means he had a mother, and his mother had a mother, but you don't know.
well, I
And
tell you-
that's how knowledge
Well,
can be
well,
lost.
well,
But that's not what I'm saying.
I never had the
Here's
knowledge.
what I'm saying.
When the
I never
Bishop
had
Christian
the
That
was-
doesn't mean it wasn't lost,
I
Corky.
never had the knowledge.
Corky, that don't mean it
I
wasn't
never
lost.
had the knowledge.
What if I just...
How could I lose something I never had? Doc?
I didn't say you lost it. When I'm talking you in a generic sense, I'm not talking about you the person.